Okay, we'll be going on live here shortly. Let's just confirm that we have the listener on. Okay, I'm doing a little check. And it looks like we are live. Okay, I've got the stream going. Hopefully I can pay attention here and get you up and running. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, welcome back to Average Angler Life. Yours truly. Going to be doing a fly tying demo, actually looking at two particular patterns that work for yours truly at the Blue River this past or last weekend. I'm not going to be able to make it this weekend, unfortunately. It's supposed to be getting cold too. I think like dropping temperature tomorrow night. So, well, good luck for those that go out there tomorrow. If not, if you do go the following day, make some adjustments because of the temperature drop. You'll definitely bundle up there. Okay, so the two flies I'm going to show you are the ones that worked for me last weekend. One's going to be a very simple pattern. It's a variant of the mop fly. I've done several of these demos, but this time I'm trying to adjust my game here and get you a better view here. See, I've got this switcher going, so I got a little view here. I got a view over here, right here, right there, just to, well, aid in doing these demos, okay? Now, one thing I have to be careful of is I'm not sure if I'll be able to stay connected with y'all. I'm watching here. It says I'm connected in the chat, so hopefully I can maintain that connectivity. I was hoping I could do that from my iPad device. Well, here, let me try that real quick. Let me use the iPad. So anyways, I'll wait for a little bit here. Just want to make sure that we got everyone engaged that we can. And I mainly just want to make sure that I can at least stay connected with y'all while I am streaming here. Okay, so it says, oh yes, it's working. Okay, all right, so I'm going to keep this handy so I can maintain the chat. Let's see, let's go ahead and close this one. I don't think I need it on this. So what I'm doing is I'm practicing more of a test to see if I can stream remote with this HDMI switcher. So it's pretty cool. I've got all this set up and everything to where, well, let me move this. Well, let's just lay this one over here. Okay. What I'm trying to do is make sure I can see. Okay, there we go. If anyone has any questions, I can see down here. Okay, so let's start out with a very simple tie. It's the mop fly. This is the one that I was using the other day. I did restream day one of last weekend's trip. Do check that one out. That one's basically yours truly using a center pin reel, no drag fishing, and I was using a little float with this fly underneath it. Okay. And I initially started out with the near deer, which I'll show you how I tie that one. And then I switched over to a mop fly, okay? But we'll start out simple with the mop fly. Very simple tie. Let me go ahead and switch over, okay? I've got this baby here, a little white Dacron thread, okay? I like using a dubbing tool right here, right there, and let's see, other things right here. This is that UV Pearl Ice Dub UV Pearl. I like giving a little collar to the fly, and then one of these little modules from a dust mop. This one's from a name brand one, Libman. All right. And I bought this one several years ago, and you can see I still have a I still have a lot. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and show you how I tie that. I'm going to tie it on one of these jig fly hooks right here. Okay. And let's see if I can show you guys what I'm getting ready to do here. All right. Okay, so let's pop this. And this is the 1/80th ounce size jig fly hook. Okay. And got a little tangled here. Let me just undo it here real quick. Okay. All right. A 1/80th ounce jig fly hook, pretty small. Okay, it's fished in that manner, but when I tie it, it'll be flipped over. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this off. I'm using a Peak fly tying vise. It's one that I've had for several years now, and I like it. Okay, let's see. Can you guys see? Do I need to zoom in a little bit more for you? Let's see if I can. I think I zoomed in everything already. Maybe I need to come in a little bit more. All right, let's see. Okay, I think I got it. All right. All right, so we'll lay a thread base. Okay. And what I like doing is I like tying or setting the jig fly so that it is, the hook point is basically even with the jaws, and that'll give me a good indication of where that hook point is, because I'm going to go past it, midpoint basically, or where that jig or that hook is, hook point. I'll trim it, go past it, build that thread base, and then I'll come back again, and I'm gonna stop. Oops. I'm going to stop right over here. Okay. Yeah, in my previous video, I don't think you guys got a good idea as to what I was being able to show you. Because, well, let's see. Wonder if I could zoom in some more. No? I want to zoom in some more for you. Actually, let's just move this up. Right there. Let's go right there. And then I think if there we go. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so I built that thread base. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this little nodules. Okay. And I'll snip off a piece just like so. Get it right over here where that base is, cutting into the mop. Okay, you can see where in past cases I've cut into it. Okay. And let's see. We'll set it on here, and we'll do a couple of loose wraps, like 1, 2, and then we'll lock it down. Okay, and then we'll do a quick check to make sure that we truly locked it down. Because what happens is if you pull too, or if you didn't get it secured in the right spot and you pull on it like so, it'll start unraveling. And if that's the case, it means you just need to go and tie it down some more. Okay, but there we go. And guess what? We're almost done. I mean, we're almost done. That's how quickly this fly can be tied. All right, next is going to be this dubbing loop. Okay, I like this particular dubbing loop. I think it's called the Y dubbing loop because it makes a Y. And all you do is just kind of stick it on here like so. All right, and then you kind of wind around it and basically make sure you've got both I guess the Y's or ears where the line is on there, and now you'll make your loop. Okay, like so. Okay, I'll go one forward and then one back, and then I'll take it all the way to the front. Oh, kind of slipped on me. We'll lock that down. Okay. All right, and then I'll take advantage of this rotary vise, and I'm going to put the thread spool deal right here on this tray like deal. Okay, And now I've got the dubbing loop right here. All right. And so you could basically tie this mop fly, throw some glue on there, and you're ready to go. Maybe do a little egg yarn. You could twirl it with your fingers and kind of build that casing on there. But I like the dubbing loop because I can easily get what I need. Right here, just a pinch of some of this dubbing loop. Get it right in between those two. What do you call it? Or the opening of the thread, like so. And then I'll just start twisting. Okay. And that builds a really, really nice. I think it's like a chenille, just more like a homemade chenille. All right. Okay. And then once you have that, I'll just kind of pop it over right here. Let it slip. So now I've got it in place. So that Y, or that gap, is closed off now. And then, because I've got this rotary vise, I'm just going to go ahead and start winding it forward. Okay. All right, this is kind of twisted a little bit, but we can kind of deal with it like so. And this one, I'm going to actually make it pretty bushy. Okay. Like that. All right. And that is it. I'm pretty much done, other than I need to tie off or cut off the dubbing loop and then put a whip finish. You can use head cement. I've used head cement in the past, but I noticed really just take your whip finish tool and do a 4 wrap whip finish. 1, 2, oh, my bad. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, pop it off, do it again. 1, 2, oh, I did it, sorry, my bad. Got a bad angle here. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's all it takes. That'll hold. In fact, the trout will beat this up more than that knot. It's not going to come off. Okay. All right, and that is it. You'll fish it in this manner. That should be hook up. Okay. Be in this manner, like so. All right. All right, and some of the things that you want to keep in your back pocket when you're fishing this thing is, one, I'll typically start with fishing it under a strike indicator, about 3 foot, 3.5 initially. If I see that they are kind of tending higher up in the water column, then I'll just shorten it a little bit. And if I got my polarized glasses and I see them deeper in the runs, the pools, the holes and whatnot, then I'll drop it down 4 or 5 feet. So you definitely want to make those adjustments. Take advantage of polarized glasses. If you're on the blue, it's been really clear lately. We haven't had any rain and whatnot, so you will definitely see the trout lurking about. And one of the biggest tools to have when it comes to fishing the blue is your polarized sunglasses. You definitely want to have polarized sunglasses. All right, so that is the mop fly, and that's what I limited out on. 2 limits this past weekend, or last weekend. Okay, right there, very simple tie. Ice, UV ice dub right here, and right there, a little dust mop, microfiber module nodules and whatnot. Okay. All right, the next fly I would like to demo for you is the near deer. Okay, and the way I learned about the near deer was there was a Oklahoma, Texas fishing guide, Kerry Thorne. He currently guides over here at our local lake, Lake Lavon, and other places, but he is a guide in Oklahoma as well. And way back when Beavers Bend State Park actually had the Lost Creek section, there was one video where he is working a particular location and he's just catching trout after trout after trout, and he had mentioned that he was using the near deer. Okay, and the near deer is a variant of its parent fishing fly, the John Deere fly, and I've tied that one as well. It basically has the colorings of the John Deere tractor, and it is a well-known fly pattern used, I believe in Missouri at Bennett Springs, and it's a very small fly, and it doesn't have much of a tail. You kind of snip it off at the end, and it's sort of just kind of lingers there, and you get hits. Well, this one is a variant of it, and that's why they call it the near deer. It's like the John Deere, okay, but on top of it, it has some extra things. Kind of reminds me of a woolly bugger, and some say that it's basically a woolly bugger. I just say, hey, it works, okay. All right, so let me show you how that one is tied. And again, I'm using these jig fly hooks. Let me switch. These jig fly hooks, I picked these up on Amazon. There's a gold, silver, 1/80th ounce, 1/124th ounce. I've got them both. These are the 1/80th. Okay. And we'll go ahead and get this one started. And to give you the recipe for this one, again, it's a very, very simple pattern. Also a good one to learn on if you're first learning to tie. A woolly bugger is a very good one to learn on. Okay, this is basically, you can tie a near deer, you can tie a woolly bugger. The great thing if you're first starting out is there's several key things that you'll learn from it. Learning to lay the thread base, okay, laying the thread base, and then the next thing is tying in marabou, okay, and then the next thing is tying in the wire as well as the hackle, and then after that being able to twist those or tie in the chenille, and then being able to palmer wrap the material onto that chenille. When I say palmer wrap, if you wrap from the full length of your fly, that's a palmer wrap. If you just keep your hackle up close, up here to the front, that's called a dry fly wrap, and that's really the only difference. One goes the whole length, the other one stays up close near the eye of the hook. Okay. All right, the recipe for this one is going to call for some grizzly hackle, okay, right here. I like these because it's got the long, they're thin but long and narrow, so I can get an even hackle pattern on it. I'm going to have some chenille. I don't have any more of this small or thin olive that I like using, but for double duty, oh, wait a minute, I don't have it here. Oh man, let me go grab it. It's like this one, okay, but it's going to be more of a flashy olivey one. So let me go grab that real quick. Bear with me, it's just right over here in the other room. All right. Alright, I'm almost here. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Alright, this one is a tinsel that I'm going to use. Alright, get you a better view of that. Right there, nice and flashy, okay. Hollow tinsel, chartreuse, medium chartreuse, okay. All right, let's go ahead and start with the thread base. This is one of those Wright bobbins, okay. I use all kinds of different bobbins, but this is my favorite. I can adjust the tension on it right here with this screw, and let's see, and basically gives me a lot of control with the when I'm tying the thread. Oh, wait a minute, shoot. I've got it wrapped. Okay, bear with me. Let me undo this. This is what you get with one of these live streams. You get the full Monty. So what's happened is I've got I had it loose, and unfortunately I got it caught underneath the this one edge thing here. I'll show you here in a moment. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, and I'm watching the chat in case you guys have anything to call out. But right now I'm just going to demo the near deer. Okay, here it is. I had it wrapped. It got caught underneath that tension deal here. Okay. All right. So let's go build the base again. And again, like I had talked of in the mop fly earlier, I set the hook so it's just even with the jig or the vice jaws, and that tells me where the hook point is, and now I have a good reference to where I'm gonna tie everything in. Okay, so I lay a thread base, I snip the line. Okay, let's go ahead and build it up some more. I'm gonna keep the line over here right where it's beginning to bend here. Okay, and I've done it before where I'll build a hump right here to help splay the marabou tail that I'm going to add to it. Other cases, when I'm in a hurry, I'll forego that. It's your choice. All right. So the next thing is I'm going to grab some of this olive marabou. It's this strung marabou that comes strung like so, and it's all over the place. It gets messy at times. And I'm one of these ones where I'll grab one of these and like so, and then I'll kind of brush it back a little and look for this piece here and just make sure I've got a nice good looking one. There's sometimes you'll have this feather in there that kind of messes things up on you. Let me go ahead and switch over here. Okay, so there it is. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll take the length of the jig. Okay, and let's see right here, and I'll just keep moving it back. So basically the length of the jig to include the jig head. All right, and now I'll walk it back and pinch it back here where that bend is, and I'll hold it in place, and I'll start out with 2 loose wraps like so, and then I'll lock it down. And sometimes I'll pull it toward me in this direction as I tie it down and lock it. And what happens is when I let go, it'll be actually straight. So I'm kind of pulling it toward me, tying it down, let go, and boom, it's right where it needs to be. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and trim off the excess. Okay, and then sorry, got it on my finger. All right, and then here I'm just going to move up and down the shaft of the hook shank, and tie that down some more, ending again back where I tied it in initially, right here. Okay. All right, and then next thing I'll do is I'll tie in some wire, and this is basically the same way I tie a woolly bugger. There's all kinds of different ways to do it, but I pretty much just follow this same technique. Only difference really is I'm using a jig fly or an actual streamer hook and a bead head at times. And this is this ultra wire. This is a small gold. You can use gold, you can use silver, you can use red. It's up to you. I'm using gold. All right. There is another tinsel that, it's not really a wire, but it's like a round kind of tinsel-like material. I don't use that. I like the wire because when the trout are beaten up on this thing, eventually they'll beat it up to the point that your hackle is going to come loose on you if you don't secure it well, and this wire definitely helps. Okay, all right, so I've tied in the wire. Okay, next up is your hackle right here, grizzly hackle. Okay. And I'm just going to grab one of these dealies, and I like a little bushiness in my hackle, so I'm going to grab one that's a little bit, ooh, it's thin, but it's gonna give me a nice Palmer wrap. I'll show you that here in a moment. Okay, so here it is. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll strip it back right here. I want this section right here. So this section here, the fluffy part, I don't want that. I'm just gonna strip it back, and then I'll snip it like so, and then clear a little bit more just to have that shaft cleared. I'll tie it in concave side down, okay? And I'll tie it in sort of like an angle, like so, like a 45-degree angle, and I'll start tying it in place like so. And then there we go. All right, and I'll come all the way back again and forward. So you got your wire first, you got your hackle next, and then I'm going to bring this. So the next thing is you can tie a chenille. Just pretend this is chenille. This is a tinsel. And, excuse me, bear with me. Woo! Excuse me. All right, and I'm going to tie this in. Main reason why is this is a small fly, and I'm short on the small chenille that I normally use, but this tinsel does double duty. All right, so I'll just kind of tie that one in. Again, start with some loose wraps, and then I'll tie it down, taking it all the way back here. Okay, all right, and then take the line, the thread, tying thread, take it all the way back behind the jig head. Take advantage of the little tray deal that I can put my bobbing thread on, and then at this point I'll just start wrapping it. Okay, and I'm just kind of doing overlapping wraps. All right, you don't want to use a thick chenille, okay, because that'll close the gap on your hook, and that might cause you to lose some of these fishies. All right. So you definitely want to have a clear gap showing. All right. And we'll secure it in place with a couple of turns ahead, a couple of turns or behind, ahead, and then back again behind. All right, and then I'll cut it off. All right. All right. And then old timer told me about how to prevent cutting your thread as you're tying by accident. Just let it hang loose and always cut above your hook shank, and you shouldn't cut this by accident. I'm guilty. I've cut these by accident. All right, next thing is I'll just put a little half hitch just to kind of secure it in place. Okay, and then I'll lock it there, and then at this point we're ready to tie in the hackle, or in this case Palmer wrap. All right, so I'll start out sort of an acute angle, and I'll just kind of let it wrap around, and I'm gonna make this one a tight one because I really want this one to be bushy. All right, right there. Ooh, that's bushy. Okay, and then I'm gonna thicken it up a little bit right there. All right, that's it. All right, so we're almost done. We just got to secure it in place. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then one behind, and then you can just kind of pull it. Okay, do a couple of wraps just to secure it, and then we'll hold it in place on this little holder deal here. And I got this little holder here. Okay, it's like an arm or whatever on the vise. Okay. Next is the wire. So the key about the wire is that's going to help keep your fly, make it last longer, because it's going to get beat up, and next thing you know, what will happen is it'll get beat up hard with these trout, and eventually one of these little fiber deals will break off and it'll just unravel on you. But luckily with this wire deal, you should be able to last all day. Very rarely do I have one actually snip off on me. Maybe 1 out of 5 or 10, depending on how much they're getting hit. But let's do the wire wrap. So in this case, you just do another an acute angle and just kind of wrap it. And I kind of like moving back and forth like this just to keep the the wire from catching on the hackle. Okay, all right, and then right there, that's it. And do another tie, 1, 2 behind, 1, 2 in front, 1 more behind, and then we'll helicopter it to get it to cut off. Okay, you just kind of keep doing that. There you go, and it pops. And then your whip finish. So I've used this whip finish tool, but you can also do it by hand. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2 4-wrap whip finishes will work. You can also do it by hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Secured in place. You can use, be it super glue, your head cement, maybe some UV glue. Any one of those will work. I just noticed that it works just as good with just this 4-wrap deal. All right, there it is. Pretty cool, isn't it? All right, and that's it right there. Okay. Ooh. All right. So at this point, that was the fly tying demo. I think we have time. If you would like, I can connect my iPad and maybe go over some of the action from yesterday, and I can just call out, or not yesterday, but from the other day, and just call out what was happening. All right, let me just make sure I got everything together. Let's see. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let me get everything straightened up. I forgot where I put that mop fly. Oh, I see it now. Okay. All right. All right. So, anyone have any questions? I'm watching the chat here. I don't see anything. Okay. All right. But let me go ahead and put this up, and we'll adjust the presentation so that I can give you a little rundown on some of the happenings that I had this past weekend. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I won't be able to do this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to make some adjustment. I may lose you on the chat here, so I'm going to have to shift to my phone to monitor the chat. And then from there, I think I should be able to get us to the video. All right. So let me just clear off the table here. And again, if you guys have any items you want to call out, have some questions. I'm talking about the Blue River in Oklahoma. Some new rules that luckily another individual gave me a heads up on his channel. The Texas Flycaster, but I think he changed his channel name. He posted about some new rules about having to check in online if you're out of state resident or a non-resident of Oklahoma, and sure enough, you do have to. There's like, you can check in days before, but you got 24 hours after you leave to check in. So keep that in your back pocket if you plan on being a non-resident in Oklahoma and fishing some of these areas like the Blue River. All right, there is a listing on their site that tells you what areas you have to check in online beforehand. Okay. All right. Let me make some adjustments here, and we will be back in business. Okay. Oh, shoot. Let me move this over. All right. So glad it's TGIF Day, Friday. All right. Let's see. Let me make that adjustment here. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to close this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my iPad device right here to the switcher, and then I'm going to put on that video that I was talking about where yours truly did a little fishy the other day. Okay? Yeah, there it is. It's still on there. All right, cool beans. Give me about a minute. I should be able to be back with here. I just need to get the HDMI cable. Okay. So we hope you guys have been having a good Friday. Chilling, having a little fun time here, I guess. Okay, let me get this plugged in. Yeah, I made this HDMI switcher to allow me to do more than just do one talking head deal, you know. So I can move over, switch over to, like in this case, switch over to something close to just give you an idea how, you know, what I'm doing. Switch back over to this view. In this case, I'm going to plug in my iPad, and I'm going to give you that view. All right. Okay. It's coming up. All right. Let's hit that button. And okay. All right. Okay. I think here I'm just gonna let the video run, but I won't have the sound going. I'm just gonna be talking. Well, I guess I can just go ahead and let it run. Okay, yeah, let's just let it run. Okay, let me put on my headphone here. Okay, so this was day 1 of this past weekend. I'm working on day 2. Once I have day 2 up and running, we should be good to go. Okay. I'll plan on probably streaming that one here in the next few days. I just got some editing to do, and then we'll be good to go. All right, let's do this. The center pin rod, and we'll see how that turns out here. Let me show you. That is my center pin rod. I got it on a switch rod, and then that's the center pin reel. And we're going to try doing some dead drifting, no drag drifting of some flies for some trout. And let's see how it goes. Wish me luck. So camp's back here, and this is the trail down to the river, and you can see I'm just a few steps away down to the river. Cool beans, isn't it? Alright, water's really clear. Where I'm headed is up there, but I'm just a few steps away from where I'm camping overnight, so this is awesome. This is a center pin, and let's see if I can get used to doing this. Doesn't take much. I already got a hit too. Okay, let's get it right there. And that is a center pin reel. That was that one I was telling you about that has no drag. And I am using first fish of the season, the olive near deer on a center pin. So you're supposed to high stick it and just kind of watch for the strike. I think maybe I need to go with a smaller bobber. Alright, that's a little bit better. Got a little tangled there, but I think I can deal with it. There's room. There's room. Go right here. Yeah, there's room right there. The run's wide open. Alright, so I'm still learning this thing, so I'm tangled. But that's part of it. That's one thing they say about these center pins is they can get away from you. And this one got away from me. So you mainly use this drag thing just to click it off and on right here, but I'm messed up on the end here, so I gotta fix that. Right, let's just toss it this way and see what happens. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to learn this thing. Me too. Take it. This actually works better if you're drifting downstream, but I'm in the run and it's upstream, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Okay. All right, let's see. Come on, I had a hit. Just toss it out there. The main thing is just to get it in there where they're lurking, which is up all in this run. They just stocked it. It's been stocked twice now, the blue. Earlier, I think the 28th, and then Thursday they stocked it. So we got a double shot here. Double shot. There we go. Right on the corner. Right on that edge where there was one lurking by that undercut by the rocks. Let's see if I can get him to hit. There he goes. Ah, man. Missed it. Bummer. There's a better cast. Okay, let's see if we can get in the money zone here. No drag here. So all I'm doing is I'm keeping up with the line. But right now I have no drag, so that's good. Okay. And usually, oh, there's a hit. I'm getting a hit. There he goes. Ah, he was playing with it. Okay. So you know you're tracking right is I'm staying with these bubbles. Keeping up with the bubbles is what I'm doing here. There's the hit. Wow. Mojo is off. Okay, let's see if we'll hit it again. Okay. Oh, did it again. Holy cowser. Okay, that's a better cast. Here I got to keep up with the line because it's drifting into me. So we'll just kind of, there's a hit. He's running. We've got a runner. Oh, he stopped. He's still hitting it. I'm going to let him play with it some more. Okay, he popped it. Definitely popped it. I think maybe I need to use a lighter float. Oh, he's on. Ah! Wow. Missed it. I shortened your leader.
Yeah, I know.
I got this much.
Yeah.
You're way on the bottom. They're coming up right now. All right, come on, hit it. There he goes. He's hitting it. You see it kind of wiggle? I probably should use a smaller float, but I'm still trying to get used to this thing, so it's part of the business. Okay, getting the drift. Yeah, I think I'm going to go up there and try drifting downstream, because that's what I believe these things were meant for, versus an upstream drift. But as you can see, I'm still able to catch them. Oh, we got a jumper over there. Got a jumper. Oh, here he goes. Jumper. Cool. He's on. Nice. Okay, let's take it under the undercut. Just under the undercut. Right over here. They may pop out. We'll see. Just trying to keep the line out of the water and keep that drag-free drift in case something's popping it. Very slow pop. Yeah, I think he changed his mind. Denied. Okay, let's just flop it out there. Get it out there for now. Let's see if he'll hit it. There he goes. He's playing with it. Dead drifting it. So far 2. Limit is 3, but I'm not in any rush to catch a bunch or catch a limit. Mainly just want to catch a bunch. Catch a release time right now. They're fairly close. So I think if I stick with that, I might be able to last a little bit longer on the center pin before I really tangle it up. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Alright, I think I got it. I think I got it now. Okay. He's hitting it. Okay. I got to remember to follow the line up to guide it back into the reel, I think. I think that's the trick. Yeah. And make sure I get it back on the reel. Okay, there we go. There's a hit. Man, he had it. He had it. Let's see if I get him to hit it again. Man, he tapped it briefly. I should have set the hook again. Holy cow. Okay, there we go. That's better. Just got to guide the line, follow it up just like a... There we go. There we go. Right. All right. All right.
That's a good one.
He's nice, yeah. There's one close by. Sometimes they'll come right into this run, right in this little spot here. So you definitely want to fish it all the way up to your feet at times, because they're lurking there. They could be lurking close to your feet. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's see if I can get them over there, coming up on that one corner again. There's like a bunch of rocks, and I think they're kind of lurking over there by those rocks. There he goes. He's hitting it. Ah, shoot. Missed it. Okay, I got one playing with it at least. All right. Wiggly, we got a wiggler. The wiggler. All right. That is fun. Okay, this is that near deer I tied last night. I tied a whole bunch of them, and I decided to go with the smaller size fly because there's not much current right now. So might as well take advantage of that and enjoy no current. Key here is that dead drift. Drag-free drift, just kind of letting it do its thing. Okay, there's some movement over here. I'm going to try casting further in that direction, see if I can get them over there. There we go. That's a lot better. All right, that was a lot better. Okay, let's see if we can get that drag-free drift. Oh man, I pulled it out. I should have let him play with it more. Okay. Let's try over here along the undercut. Oh, he did it again. Wow. It's 2 now. All right, yeah. All right, I'm remembering how to do this. Now I just got to remember how to hook them. Okay. Okay. He's playing with it. There he goes. Very light tap. Very light tap. All right, let's go and cast it out again. Very light tap. Get it on the other side. That's where I got that other guy earlier. Okay. Getting some movement, it looks like. Okay, there he goes. He's hitting it. Very light tap. Wow, he bumped it. There he goes. Oh, D9. Okay, just repositioned myself. I don't have to cast very far right now. I just had one just jump right in front of me right here. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can do that classic drag-free drift in this direction. Okay. I like using the longer size switch rod too, because I can keep the line out of the water, and that also helps reduce the amount of drag, because that's the key, is to have minimal drag. Okay, minimal drag. That's the name of the game. All right. Okay. Slowly. Come on. Tap, tap. Tug is the drug. Tug is the drug. Let's feel it. All right. Money zone. That's the money zone right there. That's the money zone. Let's see it. Oh, he was tapping it. Oh my God, he was tapping it. Barely touched it, but he was tapping it. Okay, let's go back out. Okay. All right, I just had one jump right at that spot, so I just cast to it. See if I can hook him up. Come on. Oh, over there. Okay. Slow and steady. Come on. Maybe a little twitch. Little twitch, twitch. There we go. Oh. Little twitch, twitch didn't do it. Man, twitched it big time. Give it a little action by just kind of shaking it forward and back and see what happens. One way out there. All right, let's accommodate that. See if I can get him out there. There we go. Oh man, he hit it right away. Okay, let's try it again. All right. Actually, let me try it again. I think I can do this. Okay, just don't overdo it is the key. Once it gets away on you, the reel just goes and goes, so you definitely got to play it by ear. You can see them right now in the water, so they're here. Let's see if we can catch something. Okay, so I think that gives you an idea as to what I was using. I did that center pin reel, and then I switched over to a fly rod and reel. And again, the flies I was using, what I just demoed to you, the mop fly variant that I like tying right there. Okay. And this one I use that dubbing loop to build that kind of chenille like, I guess, I don't know what it's called, thorax. Alright, let's see if I can get a better view of it for you. Right there, okay. And it's that microfiber deal. You can take some Velcro and kind of shape it and kind of make it more bushier and whatnot. But for some reason, they like this one. So you want to keep that one in your back pocket. And then this is the near deer. Let's see, right there. Okay. And like I was saying, I Palmer wrapped it. And what you want to do is you definitely want to, if you're first starting out fly tying, this is a good one to learn off of, as well as the woolly bugger. Okay. All that hackle Palmer wrap. You got the marabou tie-in. You got the wire tie-in. You got the hackle tie-in, as well as Palmer wrapping it, followed by the wire. And so it's good. It's a good basic fly to learn. Gives you a whole bunch of things to practice on, and guess what? You even catch a fish or two with it. You know what I mean? All right. So appreciate you guys joining today. I'm still working on day 2 of last weekend. Once I get it done, I'll do another one of these streams, and hopefully we can engage, do a little live Q&A here at the Average Angler Life. All right. Off for now. Next time we'll catch you other. Good luck and good fishing.